Hello, mis cielitos. Coco's here, and I just have a quick message before we begin this video. So, this is Saintmaker. Binks and I played the demo for this about 7 months ago. It is a game by Yang Yang Mobile, which is the same folks who did Letter, which is a horror visual novel that I kickstarted way back when. I have a full playthrough of that game, which you should be able to click on the little doobly-doo that'll pop up here. I also recently did a rerun of it on Twitch that has yet to be uploaded. But yeah, they're just a company that has made horror visual novels. This is their second one of that nature, and I'm looking forward to it. But I just wanted to quickly state that Binks and I did replay the whole beginning part, and we recorded it. But there really wasn't a whole lot that was different from the demo. So I just wanted to let folks know that I highly suggest you start out with the demo, which I shall also link above and in the description. And then we just start out from where it left off, since there just wasn't really that much that was different. The only thing that I noted was that, one, they outright confirmed the main character's age, which is 15, and two, there was one image that was different. And when that pops up in this episode, I will put up the original image of the demo as well. But that is all. As always, thank you so much for being so kind as to give me time out of your days to watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. And while I can be slow to respond to comments at times just because of anxiety, I appreciate those as well, and I'm trying hard to get better about that. Anywho, hope that you enjoy. I know that I am.
I don't like it. It's okay. This is fine. I'm just stuck in between sleeping and waking up. Just breathe, Holly. Breathe. That sound. Relax. It's just singing. Just prayers. Sounds kind of nice, right?
Sure.
Like a lullaby. Just close your eyes and go back to sleep, Holly. Just relax. You're just hearing things. Oh, did they cut it shorter?
Oh, yes, they did.
Yay!
Aww.
Are we Adira now?
That's a good question. I don't... Let's... You keep going, we'll see.
Okay. There it is, the forced rays of morning light. Breathe deep. Take it in. Another day, another brilliant gift from God.
Okay, it seems like maybe it is. Another day, another brilliant gift from God. Another opportunity to serve.
Yes.
I was not expecting her to be a playable character.
Right?
Wow.
I'm all for it.
I'm quite pleased with it, though it still wouldn't be enough for her. Cracks still need to be filled. Blemishes need to be sanded. And of course, a new coat of paint. But for now, well, there are more important matters. I must not be distracted. Oh, dearest Heavenly Father, you visited me in your dreams last night. Don't worry, I remember. In my hands you put a chisel, in the other the Holy Bible, their use perfectly clear. Once again we now host a young and impressionable guest on these sacred grounds. It has been a while. I'm a bit nervous. I only ask that you give me the strength to be worthy mentor in the coming days. May your teachings guide my words that I may impart wisdom. And may your hands guide mine as I form these young girls to be the women you want them to be.
Amen.
Best get ready. We've got a busy day ahead of us after all.
Liana?
Huh? Who?
Oh, sorry. It's nothing.
We've got 30 minutes. Let's get ready. Wouldn't want to be late now, would we?
Yeah, sure.
No white walls, no flower curtains. No Mom, no Liana. You're not home. Get a grip, Holly. New place, new day, new you. You've got this. Remember, no distractions.
Lovely morning, Sister Adira.
Why, yes, a lovely morning indeed. If you were here just a bit earlier, you would have caught the sun shining right through that window. Amazing, the little things you notice when you take the time to stop and listen. And that's why we're here, isn't it?
Yep, sure is.
50 years ago, our founder, Saint Idalora, built this convent in order to train young girls such as yourselves to be proper ladies. Ladies worthy of becoming saints. During that time,
Title.
the most beautiful flowers bloomed all over the convent. Oh, and the statues! With her skilled hands, in the right light, they'd look so real.
Quince.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
Saintmaker, huh?
the girls, like scared little lambs, they arrived, sick and broken. But Mother Idalora, oh, she healed them. She fixed them. They all emerged as lovely little angels.
Interesting usage of the word fixed.
Mm-hmm. And angels, as in they were alive or dead? Lovely little angels. Mom would call us that all the time. In front of her friends.
In the coming days, I'd like you to think of me as a mother. Whether it be concern or confession, you may come to me.
Yeah, I'll consider it.
Uh, Thank you, sister. That's a very kind gesture.
Now, before we start, here's a quick schedule of the recollection.
Huh?
See, recollections and youth formation, opening remarks, facing sin, moving past our shortcomings, rosary and prayer, finding Mary amidst the chaos of current times, defining women, embracing the natural role, rosary and prayer, confession, covering the cracks of road to saintly perfection.
And Adira's doing all of this? Damn, girl.
Hope you must have a strong voice.
Right? It's all just her.
Yes? Any questions?
None. This all looks really exciting.
It is. Most of your time will consist of silent recollection and prayer sessions. But, as I've said before, aside from reflection, we shall also task you with action.
What type of action we talking about?
Like a hammer to glass. Woo.
Simple tasks. Cooking, cleaning. This convent doesn't maintain itself, you know. And I expect you to attend to it with the utmost care. This is a holy place, after all. Newly inducted nuns have done similar things in the past. If any of you find yourself hearing the call, well, think of this as a great training opportunity.
No promises.
You could have just nodded your head.
I expect none. But you may be surprised. The call finds us at the strangest of times, in the strangest of places. Now, to start off, let's have a bit of an exercise now, shall we? I'd like to show you something.
Oh, that sound.
Right? So I just want to give a funny little anecdote. Her just talking about how the call can find you any place in the strangest of times and places. I don't know why, but that just reminded me, one time when I was tiny in catechism classes, the teacher asked us, so she asked us a trick question, and I was like, so what's a place in which you can't pray? And, like, they were giving a bunch of answers, and eventually I said, you can pray anywhere, which was the right answer. But as we were going through everything, people were saying things like, no, you can't pray in the bathroom because, I mean, we were tiny. We were like toddlers, so we were just thinking, weird stuff. But one of the things that came to mind to me was that, in how some basement houses, they have that mechanism that's like I guess it's like for heating and all of that connects to all the pipes. Well, as a kid, I remember seeing that in my basement and not knowing what it was and just seeing like all the labels on it that they have to put because it's technically explosive if you like have anything that might set it off. And I was thinking in my head, well, you can't play near that because if it explodes, you'll die. And I'm just like, why the hell did I didn't think that? Why do kids think like that?
Kids are weird, man. I'm surprised you remember that.
Wholesome,
Yeah,
pure,
that's...
chaste. The face of a saint if I ever saw one.
All right. But yeah, that's just one of those things. Like, I had never even called it, but something just about, I guess, this being a religious setting and those words specifically just, like, pierced it into my brain.
I love how she says the face of a saint, but there is no face.
There's no second guessing, no desperate search for her place in the world. She is content to know that she is exactly where God wants her to be. However, sadly, this is not always the case. The world is moving so fast these days, people coming up with all sorts of answers to their problems. So many opportunities are now open to bright young women such as yourselves. You can be anything. Scientists, lawyers, businesswomen, physicians, even artists.
Is that a bad thing?
And they're all wrapped up so nicely in narratives of fulfillment and prestige. And at times they can sound so appealing. But us women, we should not let ourselves get distracted from what really matters.
This is very nice music.
Yes, it is.
God and family.
You say that, but as a nun, you don't have a family. You don't have kids and get married and all that. So, what narrative are they trying to push here?
God is, I guess, for nuns, God is sort of their quote-unquote husband. They live to serve him.
Yeah.
Holly, please come over here.
And family would be those that they serve through their charitable works.
I guess so.
Yeah, sure.
Now, I want you to write down all the things that might be stopping you from being a proper child of God.
I'm gay!
Well, this should be easy. I'm gay! Time to put all those Christian life education classes to good use.
Talk about original sin, she'd like that. Or talk about the temptations of modern society. She'd love that. Honestly, both of these are good. I feel like the second one's more relevant, but she might be impressed with people, with her talking about original sin.
Go for whichever one you think.
Then again,
The
blame
second
it.
one, she just talked about that.
It's also though, original sin kind of feels like it's staving off responsibility.
And maybe the modern society temptation would go in line with our book.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both interesting. I want to see what conversation comes from talking about original sin.
Okay.
Well, it all dates back to the beginning, doesn't it? Eve leading Adam astray. Original sin has left its mark on our souls, and thus man must live with concupiscence.
A lovely textbook definition of the matter, Miss Beltran. But we're here to talk about you.
Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that might have happened, but oh well.
What are the things that hinder you from becoming a child of God?
Me? There's nothing. I'm perfectly fine. All that stuff last year, I'm already over it.
Eyes emoji?
Well,
What's the stuff that Mom always complains about? Maybe talk about those.
American celebrities, party culture, reproductive health. Oh my. I'm kind of curious about this.
Controversial topic!
Let's go! And topical.
well, there's all the stuff about reproductive.
Miss Beltran, I recall confiscating a particular book from you the other day.
See, I knew she'd bring up the book. Oh, that. Of course she'd bring that up.
Well, that stuff, it really isn't a big deal or anything. I'm sure there are other things.
Oftentimes, I find it best that we start with the small things. But if you want, perhaps we can talk about other things. Your family life, perhaps?
Oh, uh-oh. My family life.
Oh boy. Maybe
Is
you
she
should talk
gonna...
about it, or let's not.
I feel like she's gonna try to weasel out of it, even if we do tell her to.
Mm-hmm. So, wait, which one do you want?
We'll say maybe you should talk about it, but then nothing's probably gonna come out of it. Yeah. Nope, I figured. Why did they even give us an option? No.
I guess they're just building up the tension for when it finally comes out.
Mm-hmm. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno here.
Is everything all right, Holly?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's stick to the small things. Oh, by the way, are we doing a full hour episode or?
So, I had started recording it, and I was like, I guess we'll just go to the end of the demo, but considering there ended up not being a lot that was different, I just restarted recording.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably just tack on the few, like some highlights to the beginning of this episode.
Okay.
Good. I'd also urge you to examine any other pieces of literature that you might be reading. There is a special place in hell for people who lure children to sin, and all in the guise of fanciful tales and happy endings.
Hell. It's always hell, isn't it? I just want to read my stories.
Jeez, chill out. It's just a book.
Just a book? So is the Bible. And yet, such a book has built cathedrals, formed nations, saved souls. In the wrong hands, don't you think the opposite is also possible?
Look, I really don't see the problem here. Kylie's a good witch. Kindness and friendship.
Oh, so you've read it.
Saving the day.
Ah.
In the end, that's all that matters, right?
Just what is she doing? This isn't an argument you're going to win.
You're simplifying the matter, Gabriella. These things, these stories, I know it all must seem harmless at first. It's all just make-believe after all. Brightly colored spells and magical creatures. They make it so easy to get caught up in the fantasy. But understand, these are all subtle seductions. They distract. And that, at its core, these spells and rituals and familiars, it all leads back to the occult. We've all strayed so far. In the Old Testament, people like Kylie would have been stoned to death. Miss Rivera, why don't you give this activity a try?
Yeah, want to know what you're about.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of anything.
Is that so? Do you think your life is perfect, Miss Rivera?
No, of course not. We're all far from perfect here. But my mind's just drawing blanks right now.
Then perhaps I can be of help. More often than not, I find that the biggest obstacle young girls like you often face lies in the environment you place yourself in.
I see.
Let's reflect on your friends. Have they been a positive influence?
Yeah, they have. Helped me through pretty tough times.
Your mother has told me a different story.
Really, no.
Yes, sneaking out to these social gatherings, coming home late at night, surrounding yourself with the wrong sort of people?
The wrong sort?
Please understand, it's not entirely your fault. I was young once. I know how it's like.
You know, I just noticed, is it me or does she have like a similar hairstyle to the brown-haired nun?
Yeah.
You're at a very sensitive age, and it's at this time that young girls are met with a whole new world of temptations.
But her skin tone is so white. It's like, you okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Look, just drop it.
It is easy to mistake desire for love.
Ah.
But
I had a
true
feeling.
love-
Mm-hmm.
True love can only occur between a chaste man and a chaste woman.
Here we go.
Alright, stop.
Gabriella, running away will only serve to worsen your struggle. If you would simply be honest.
Shut up!
Ooh.
Ooh.
Only you can help yourself, Miss Rivera. I am merely a witness. The scars you have are far worse. You can't see them, but they dig deep, deep at your soul. Miss Beltran, I would like your opinion.
Oh boy. I'd be jumping out that window.
Mm-hmm.
Have I done something wrong? Do I upset you?
Why me? Oh, great. I should just say something. Anything to just stop this.
Calm everyone down. There's nothing to be upset about. Well, a deer doesn't have to be so pushy.
So are we, what do you think? Do we kind of want to stay neutral in this, or do we want to side with one person? I have a feeling there's like routes, like you kind of side with one or the other.
Huh. Yeah, that might be the case. Because, like, mostly my mentality for what we did throughout the demo was just to try and keep our head down so we can just, I was thinking of what I would do in this situation, and I would just want to keep my head down and get through the week and get it over with.
Yeah.
But now that we're getting into the game proper, I'm sort of thinking ahead, and especially in this situation, I'd want to support Gabriella.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, Adira doesn't have to be so pushy.
Okay, go for it.
Oh my god, really?
Oh my god, Holly! Every choice we make, she just doesn't do it. Wow.
That's Catholic guilt.
No, this is not going to work.
Or fear.
It just make her mad. Raised voices, shouting, then a whole new set of rules to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, she's probably
This
been
is bad.
conditioned from stuff that's happened at home.
Oh gosh, this is like, you could tell this is such an abused child.
Absolutely.
Yes?
I just thought of another thing to write down. TV! It distracts me all the time. My grades aren't as high as they could be, but if I just cut down on my TV time, I know I can focus.
Yeah, distract her.
That works.
Hopefully.
It takes real courage to improve yourself. And right now, Miss Holly here is being very brave. And I know you can be brave as well, Gabriella.
Whatever. I'm done here.
Man, they
Jeez.
like these stomp sounds,
Yeah,
don't
they
they?
do.
Miss Beltran, I'd like you to open your prayer book, page 32, Psalm 103, verse 10. Please say a prayer for Miss Gabriella, that she will allow herself to be healed by God's loving grace. Afterwards, you may have a short break. We'll start again once I ring the bell.
Yes, sister.
And with that, I think we will end this episode right here. Thank you all so much for joining us, and as always, please take care of yourselves and each other.
Bye-bye.